Well, we got a turtle. We're launching our kayak here. We have a turtle just swam right in front of us here. Well, he's just cruising around. That's funny. Let's go. What is going on, guys? Out on the kayak with me, Ancient. We're back in Hawaii. Today we are doing some crabbing. We got 3 crab traps. We have tuna that is from our deep sea fishing trip. If you guys watched that episode, my dad caught this really small type of tuna that was really oily, and the guy said it was great for bait. So we cooked up all the other fish, but we took the tuna home to use for bait. So we have nice chunks of that in the crab trap. And so we're gonna put 3 of these traps down and let's see what happens. All right, this trap does not have a GoPro. We're just gonna throw it down there. It has the same bait. It has tuna in it. And trap number 3 with a nice piece of tuna right in the middle. No GoPro on this one either. So now that we have all 3 traps down, I actually have here a little bait. While we're waiting for the crabs to get in there, I have this, check out this little piece of octopus there. Nice little strip of tentacle. And we're gonna troll this around some buoys coming up here. Throw that out behind us. I might have something really tiny on. Oh, I got something. Yeah, I have something. It just wasn't fighting. First fish of the day, just a minute or 2 down there. Oh, it's a lizard fish. A little lizard fish. They have this giant mouth, all kinds of teeth. And they bury down in the sand really, like they can bury in a second, be down in the sand. And they keep those 2 little eyes that are on top sticking out of the sand and then just attack things that go by. So, well, first catch of the day. Those buoys right over there, those are what we fish around. A lot of times there are schools of Trevally that hang out around the buoys. There we go, guy. You're free. There he goes. Got him. Got one. It's not very big, but we got one. I see silver. Oh, look, a whole bunch of them following. Oh, guys, there's a whole school of these guys. Uh-huh. All right, well, this one is probably too small to keep. They have to be 10 inches. Whoa, get in here. Whoa. Guys, check that beautiful little fish out. This is a papillo, as the locals call them. A small trevally, and they need to be 10 inches. This guy's probably like 7 or 8. All right, we're getting into a couple while the crab traps are down there. Wonder how those are doing. All right, guys, so I had so much fun making this video because I learned a lot about what goes on underwater in the crab traps. Now, I've put cameras in crab traps before in Hawaii, but I didn't really get a lot of action. This day, it was action-packed. So first, we have a Kona crab, which all by itself is just a cool crab. Probably one, I think it's the coolest crab in creation, to be honest. It is a weird bugling crab. You'll see it up close in a second. So he goes up to the trap, but he doesn't hop in. He's like hesitant. And then you see in the back there, here comes another crab. And I did not know I had crabs that would come up to a crab trap with fresh bonito in it and then turn around and run away. I did not know that they even did that they'd be scared of the trap. So it made me, one of the things I learned is maybe get a little bit more subtle trap, maybe that lays flatter on the bottom. You see the little squirt running around there, and he's hesitant too. And I thought all the crabs, you know, if there were crabs in the area, they would run right over and jump in. But nay. You see a flounder there. See the flounder in the back? So we had a lot of flounder on this day. Here comes another one. But again, nothing is getting in the trap at first. And this little guy, look, he and the flounder are both hanging out. It's like if it moves a lot, they're really scared of it. And one of the theories I have is you can see based on how everything's moving that there were quite a few waves this day. And I wonder if the bouncing of the waves made him all a little bit hesitant. Now right here you see him plunging, but even this guy's tricky. Goes right under it, and he knows what's up. And he's too small to keep anyway, so I wasn't really concerned about ones this size. But he has the whole, once he committed, he had the whole buffet to himself there. Probably had never experienced anything like that. And this is crazy. He actually ate for about 5 minutes and then was done. Trying to figure out how to get out. He was all tangled up, so he's a little bit confused there. But he ate his fill and then left the trap. I did not know that they would do that either. So we pulled it up, and that was the first lesson to take away from this. So we added another piece of bait to it because we thought we weren't attracting any crabs. Little did we know that there were actually tons of crabs around it down there. Attracting them wasn't the problem. But we did add another piece of bait just for extra scent there. It's so beautiful under there. It's about as beautiful underneath the water as it is above it. And here you see something cruising, something coming right for us. There's a big puffer fish cruising around. That was really cool. And then we had to move the trap. You see a little crab running by there and a couple of flounder chasing around. We had to move the trap, though, because these people kept coming over and messing with it. And so we have this type of crab here. He was not shy at all about getting in the trap. And in fact, if a local could tell me what kind of crab this is, that would be greatly appreciated. I've never known what the name of this crab is. But he hops right in. But then this is funny. When I was first watching this, he goes right past the bait. And I'm like, dude, turn around, the bait's right there. But he has a face-off with another crab. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know, they disappeared for a second, but I'm not mistaken, I think the other crab chased him out. So they're all struggling to fight in the current. But this guy finally hops on, and the other one was flexing and trying to scare him off, but this guy, the one in the middle there, was dominant. And he hopped on the bonito there, and the other one slinks away in defeat. I love how they hop right on it. Can you imagine like jumping on a 100-pound steak? That's like the portion. That's like the size of portion. If like one of us jumped on a 100-pound steak and just started digging in, that's what it's like to these crabs. And then right here, somebody again starts messing with our trap. Like people on paddle boards would be paddling by, and they would grab the traps, and we'd even have them labeled. We wrote on the side, "Do not touch," and people like grabbing the traps, like, "Oh, what's this?" Start pulling them up. It was very frustrating, and so fortunately the guy let it back down. But that was happening all day long, even after we labeled the traps. So here, big old bonefish cruising by. We were in the right area to fish, that's for sure. And then some barjacks come swimming by. That is so cool. All right, here we are, guys. Trap number 3. Whoa, trap number 3 felt heavy. Like, seriously heavy. And now it feels light, though. Like, there was definitely something. Wait. What? Oh, we have a Kona crab. Nice. I have not caught a Kona crab in years. Guys. Cool. Excellent. And there must have been something else more because it was really heavy. Like, I thought it was snagged on the bottom. That's how heavy it felt. So we'll get it right back down there. Guys, wait till you see this crab. You can only keep males that are 4 inches shell length. Put them in the bag. There we go. Guys, look at this crazy crab. This is called a Kona crab. At least that's what they call them here in Hawaii. I think in other like Asian countries they call them something different. And I was just bemoaning the fact that I've not caught one of these in years out here. And so anyway, we're gonna take this. I didn't bring something to measure. Like, he's all like dirty on top. We're gonna bring something to measure him, and because it is a male, they have to be 4 inches from here to here. We're gonna measure him at home and see if he's big enough. All right, guys, so we measured our little crab here. He is not 4 inches, so we are going to let him go. And, oh, he's under the kayak. Anyway, we not quite big enough. Hopefully we'll get a big one of those. It has been years since I've caught one of those bad boys. We just got a bunch of fresh bait and everything, and we are ready to drop the traps right back down there. So we actually took about an hour break for lunch, and then got the fresh bait and everything, and moved the traps about 100 yards down shore, and immediately you can see quite a bit more action around this area. We've got the little some jacks swimming around there, and some goat fish right away. And then you can see in the distance, see the little crab? Booking it right for the crab trap. Another Kona crab. This is just, man, I cannot believe I could have caught so many Kona crabs this day, but I was waiting like 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour even sometimes between checking the traps. And I didn't know that, you know, basically within minutes of dropping the trap down, there were usually crabs in it. This guy had a hard time getting in, but he finally gets on, and he just starts going to town on this thing. The flesh of that fish was really soft, so super easy for them to eat. Just starts chowing down. It's kind of funny because he's trying to bury himself in the sand too as he's eating. And then it's amazing how, gosh, you move a little bit down the beach and there's just so many more fish. You can. It's just a lesson too for fishermen. If you're in an area and you're fishing from the beach, move like 100 yards down. Check out that big flounder in the back. Just move like 100 yards down, and there can be so many more fish in an area. Just moving down a ways. And it's really easy, especially on the beach, just to walk down. So that was a lesson also that I took away from this, because there's so much more life in front of this beach here. And then it was the same thing again. I should have checked the traps like every 15 minutes or so. This guy ate his fill and then takes off. And then you can see in the distance here, again, another one making his way toward the trap. And this is really disappointing because this one, I think this one is the biggest one of the day right here. So it comes out and no hesitation. Rawr. I feel like these crabs need to make some sort of noise. Just grabs hold and starts chowing down as well. So this is about at like the 20-minute mark. This crab came in. And it was kind of interesting. One at a time, kind of, they took turns almost coming in. So he chows down as well. I think that one's probably a keeper right there. And in fact, that's a male. I can tell by the tail on the back. Eats his fill and takes off. And then something really funny happens here. So watch right there. Another crab comes out of the sand and starts running down that one. And they have a little face off here. It looks like the other one punches him. Bam! It looks like the other crab just punched him and then runs off. Like, is that not the funniest thing? Like, he just punches him. It looks like the other one just buries himself. So the crabs are always having these little face-offs down there, I'm learning. And this fish is called a leatherback. It actually has leathery skin that you can make lures out of. He swims around a couple times. And we have a big bonefish here, checking it out. Having the scent and like the little pieces of all the fish in the trap kind of swirling around attracted a lot of fish as well. And then the same thing again happens right here. You see another crab running in the distance, but this one is funny because he had this little entourage of little jacks following him. I think the Hawaiians call them omelu fish. And then the goatfish come in. He has this entourage of fish following him. I think if they were bigger, they would have eaten him up. But he runs toward the trap. Same thing again. And I'm pretty sure this is one of the biggest ones of the day right here. In fact, now that I look at it, yeah, that was pretty much the biggest one. And look how he just tears into this thing. This dude is hungry. And not to give it away, but I did not pull up the trap. But it was just amazing how ferocious these things were. And so you can see he eats all the meat off. There's just the skin with a little bit of meat, but he eats most of the meat off, has his fill. He's kind of slowing down. And last couple pieces there. And then he turns around and heads off as well. And that was the biggest one. That one looks like it might be a female, though, so I don't know if he would have been able to keep that. But definitely learned my lesson to pull up the traps sooner. Guys, I think it was a fish must have been messing with this because we have no crab. And the bait's pretty ravaged. We're going to put another piece of bait on and get it back down there. My boat captain is going to pull up one now. I've just been the skipper. Does it feel heavy?
Nope.
Ah, shoot. Nothing.
Ravaged.
Yeah, it looks something's definitely been on it though.
And that might be a crab, the way it's torn out.
Yeah, it's like torn out of there. Yeah. Should we drop it right back down?
Sure.
Maybe he was just under the bait. Guys, sometimes the crab trap lays on the bottom and the crabs come up from underneath it, which is kind of a drawback of these traps, but you can't really transport crab pots. We can't put them like in our luggage. Those are the only like fold-up kinds those are the only kind I can transport. So it's unfortunate, but we'll get it back down there. We're gonna throw out a casting lure, guys. Just cast around. You never know. We're just alternately crabbing and fishing. This is fun. Guys, we just hooked up. I didn't even have my camera on. Something big just crushed the spoon. Oh, now he's coming kind of toward us. Doesn't feel.
He's still on.
Yeah. He's swimming right toward us. This is nice. What do we have? Oh my gosh! It's a Diamond Trevally.
Yes, it is.
It's a Are you kidding me?
Beautiful. Do you have your underwater camera? You want me to put it on?
Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that, guys! A Diamond Trevally. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Look at that fish, guys.
Oh, Asa, we're gonna eat good. If you want to eat it.
Oh man, I don't know if I can eat this guy.
I know I could. Wow.
Oh, this fish. Guys, all right, we're gonna get him in the boat.
Nice.
Are you kidding? I cannot believe I just caught. Oh look, but he just coughed up a tiny octopus.
No way.
He just coughed up a tiny.
Oh my gosh. Look
Guys.
at that. Save that for bait.
We're gonna save this for bait. Guys, look. He just coughed up a baby octopus right there.
And you had that threaded with octopus.
Yes, and I had a tiny piece of octopus on the back of my bait. Holy mackerel. Okay, so we're gonna save that for later. Yeah, he's got more baby octopus in his stomach.
You're gonna let him go, aren't you?
Yeah, Pops, that's, I mean, can we keep a fish? I had a Hawaiian guy one time tell me after I caught one of these in another video, he said those aren't very common, so we're gonna let him go.
Wow.
Too pretty to keep.
Look at that. Look at those fins.
Well, I know the fins, we're gonna stick them underwater in just a second. You guys can see these fins.
Wow.
What a day. Guys, that is why you come out here. And, you know, sometimes it's boring, sometimes you don't catch fish, but so many times crazy things happen, like getting a tiny baby octopus. You know what we're gonna do with this octopus, guys? We are going to put it on the hook.
That's money, I'm telling you.
That is money. That is a money bait right there. All right, now my dad's gonna throw out the bait. I'm gonna paddle. We're gonna keep trolling. Is that a fish?
I can't tell. Oh, yeah, no, that might be the rope. I can't tell, son.
Is there some?
No? If it is rope, it's trailing off. Otherwise, yeah, it's like one of those needlefish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, you just cast out there. We're just reeling in. I forgot my camera's even on. Guys, on the spoon again.
Yep. Tipped with that octopus.
Uh-huh, with that baby octopus.
This is a trevally. I'm telling you right now, this is a good one.
I gotta put, guys, we were bringing in the crab traps.
Is all the line in?
Almost.
Oh, making a run.
What is that? Wait, I think it might be a houndfish.
Oh no!
Oh, it's not a trevally.
Big one. Good eating. No. Shoot.
Oh shoot!
That's all right.
We can try eating a hound. Oh look!
Poor man's marlin.
Uh huh. Oh, it's a huge. Oh look! You kind of snagged it, or it must have come out while he was trying to slash it.
Oh, look at that. That is cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, that is cool though, Pops. That is huge.
That is a big one.
Woo! Guys, look at those savage teeth. Pops, what a fish. What a day.
Hold on, just a minute.
Oh, yeah, careful those. You know those are dang sharp.
Look at him. He's wanting to bite somebody.
Ah, that is cool. Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Get that out of there. Move the pliers.
Jeez, he is,
look, he's trying to bite you.
He's trying to come after me, man.
Here, I'll get the pliers.
Yeah, please. Wow.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, he's
trying to turn. He's trying to turn to bite.
He is turning, yeah.
I was going to get in the water with him and to release him, get a cool underwater release, but I don't think.
Let it. Okay.
Oh. No, that is cool.
That's a good shot. Huh?
That is cool.
There we go.
Look at that nasty dude. Pops, nice fish.
Look at the teeth.
That
is cool.
Oh, that is so fun.
By rope. Remember, he said there's something under
Oh
there.
yeah.
Big.
Guys, yeah, back there by the buoy. I thought I saw some big, long, thin, like fish or something under there. I think that's probably what it was, a houndfish underneath there. Wow, what a day.
We should go ahead and throw out again.
Yeah, let's throw out the line. We were gonna head in. We pulled up the crab traps, but we're gonna cast again. Well, guys, a day of fishing and crabbing does not get any better than that. Maybe if we caught a keeper crab and we could eat some fresh crab right now, that would have been better, but we are not ungrateful. That was fantastic. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we will see you in the next video.